welcome to Gima Jewelry Lockdown Lessons. These lessons are simple craft ideas just to help you out at this time. You and your children might want to make some jewelry while you're stuck at home with very few resources. Today, all you need is some cardboard, any size you like. This one happens to be the same size as my hand, so relatively decent size. You can always go small later. The piece will come out a lot smaller. So for this, it will probably come out about this size. So piece of cardboard, some string to wrap around the cardboard, t-shirt yarn or anything tied together. You know, you can have bits of cotton, different colours, as long as it's all tied together, because we are going to be weaving it through. And you also need some masking tape. Okay, so get your things ready and we will begin. Okay, so now you have everything ready. With my piece of card, I've cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as you have the same number on top and the same number on the bottom, that's fine. Cut some slits just a little bit in. There's no measuring that we need to do. Don't need to make it complicated. These are just fun crafts for us to do. So, I'm going to hook over and have a bit of string dangling. Now with that string dangling, this is where your masking tape will come in useful. So you just pop that on the end and then you wrap around. Only one side has the lines because on the back we go across. So what it creates is a pattern where lots of lines are at the front and across the string is on every other one. If you have an exceptionally wide piece, it'll still be the same every other one. And then when you get to the end, you'll find that you have, oh, I've just pulled that off. You have reached the end. You'll need to do the same. So you'll need to cut and tape it down. There we go. And that's what it should look like. So, lines at the front, string going across at the back. Okay, so when I have my weaving board, I will simply attach the beginning of my yarn with a simple overhand knot. I'll do this at the start and I'll do this right at the end. This just ensures that it doesn't fall apart. And then even if your thread is very long, we begin our weaving. So we're tied to the first one. We can go under the second one, over the third one, under the fourth one, if I could count. So there we go. I'm under the string and then I go over the string, which doesn't really mean I do anything. And I go straight to the fourth one and go under there. So you can see how it's attached under, over, under. Then to go back on myself, over, under, over, under. It does get easier as you go on. Just move that thread out of the way. Now, as you can see, it's slipping down. That's fine. You just keep tabs. Okay, so I am going to stop there because this is almost at an end. I could probably do, I might even try and just do one more row. If I really wanted to, I could probably carry on, to be honest, and tie more thread, get this really compact with colour, and it would look great. But for the purpose of this video, let's stop there. Now I'm tying another overhand knot. Don't even think it tied that well. It's a really thin piece of yarn at that point. So I'm just going to tie another overhand knot. So as you can see, there's bits hanging. Let's wait to see what we're going to do with those, because we might want them in our piece, we might not. Here's the fun bit. Pick off the masking tape. Excuse me. Pick off the masking tape and then, turn it around. Now, the bits that are long and uncut, make sure you don't let go of them just yet. Then the bits that are hooked on, you can take it like this, like so. 1, 2, okay. Turn your piece around, shouldn't go anywhere fast. Got 2 more bits to take off. So fun, this is the unravelling. What have you made? How has it turned out? I love this. This can be anything that you want it to be. It can also turn out any way that you want it to. I will give you an example. I used some hemp cord. It didn't turn out like this at all. It turned out like a structure. And that was through the same process. So I just popped it on an old keyring. You can do anything like that. The whole point of these exercises is there is no right or wrong. They're just super fun creations, and if you get to wear them and show them off as pieces of jewellery, fantastic. I'm pulling on the end 2 strings, so the 2 that aren't attached to anything, the 2 that are just hanging down, you just pull on them and it starts to bring your pendant together. This bit, and if you have any other loops that haven't gone in, you just need to tease it through. One of them, or both of them in this case, there we go. It's gonna do it. Now there's a couple of ways. Oh, I love this. So with this, it's your choice. Now look how that kind of hangs by itself, that hangs by itself. I would probably be inclined to leave those. Up here, personally, I'm not so sure. I might just cut that bit off. I like the evenness of the 2 down below. That one wasn't really doing that much. So if it works out that your 2 cords are here, like mine, you can actually make it straight into a necklace. Or you can have it like this. If you want to make a loop so it can be a pendant, I recommend a special way of tying it. Because if you tie it with an overhand knot and then go and tie it again, but don't close that knot. Can you see? I've left that gap. Tie it there. And what that will do is it creates, just trying to make it visible for you, it creates an angle by tying that very first knot and then having a double knot there. It creates, this will be your loop to put through your string to make it a necklace. It makes sure that the pendant sits on your neck as it should. If you only tie 2 knots, the pendant will suddenly be perpendicular to your body, and that's not how we would want to wear a pendant normally, unless that's your style right now, and that's fine. You rock it how you like. But that's how I would hang it on a pendant. I would probably trim that a bit shorter, and that's what I did for this one as well. So the size is fantastic. Now with this woven pendant, it doesn't just stop there. You could, if you have hair clips, you could stick the pendant onto a hair clip, and then you've got, even if you don't have glue, you can tie it to a bobby pin, or you could tie it to, here's a thought, you could tie it to your elastic band. There's so much fun to be had. There's not one rule with what we're making. It's just there for you to open up your creativity brain and see what you can make. So there's my bobble. I actually rather like that, so I'm going to put that back in my hair. I would love to see whatever it is you will make. So you can always hashtag Gima Jewelry or hashtag lockdown lessons and share pictures through the website. You can send me an email or directly through to Instagram. There we go. There's my bubble. I love it. Awesome work, guys.